Hey, Mike here, michaelpitluck.com. Just making sure everything's going. So in this video, what we're going to do is I'm going to start adding standard events to the pages in my funnel. So standard Facebook events to the pages in my funnel. That way, Facebook is able to track what's going on down my funnel, right? So if someone opts in, Facebook will know. If someone purchases the main product, Facebook will know. And then if someone purchases the upsell, Facebook will know. If someone doesn't purchase the upsell, Facebook will know, okay? So that's what we're going to build out here. And I have the funnel right in front of us. It's probably the most basic funnel that you can create. Well, it doesn't matter whether it is or not. Let's just look at what the funnel is. So first, obviously, Facebook is going to drive traffic to the opt-in here. And then after someone opts in, they're taken to a VSL, which is a video sales letter. And then they'll watch the video sales letter. And then if they want to buy, then they'll go to the checkout page. And then after they, if they buy, then they'll be taken to an upsell page where they'll be able to purchase another product. And if they purchase that product, they'll be taken to one thank you page. But if they do not purchase that upsell product, they'll be taken to a different thank you page. And that's really important to have in place because then you'll put the appropriate pixel code on whether they did purchase the upsell or whether they didn't purchase the upsell. That way Facebook knows. So that is the funnel. And so here are the standard events that we need to add to these specific pages so that these pages communicate properly with Facebook. So on the opt-in, the only thing that we need to put on the opt-in page is the page view standard event. And don't worry, I'm going to walk you through how to do all this. Just giving you an overview. So, and then on the VSL page, when they land there, that means what? That means they gave me their information. And so they are now officially a lead. And so I need to put the lead standard event on the VSL page because when they land there, then that tells Facebook, hey, this person is a lead. Okay, so we're on the VSL. And then if someone watches the VSL, clicks the yes, I want this button, they're going to be taken to the checkout page. And so on the checkout page, I'm going to add the initiate, oh my gosh, I spelled this wrong. Initiate checkout standard event, because that's what they're doing. When they land on that page, they're initiating checkout. And if they go through the checkout process and they land on the upsell page, well, guess what? They purchased the main product. So I need to put the standard event on the page after. So typically when you're tracking behavior down a funnel, you're going to put the event that you want to track for on the next page. And so, for example, on the checkout page, did they check out? Well, if they did check out, then you put the standard event on the next page. And so here on the upsell page, we're putting the purchase event there because that's going to track the fact that they just purchased on the previous page. All right, so on the upsell page, that's what we're putting. We're putting the purchase event, and we're specifically going to put the purchase event for the product that they purchased. And so really what that amounts to is we just add the value that they paid on the previous step. And so in my case, the first checkout, the main product is $97. And I'm just going to check something. I was going to check Loom to see if I'm actually recording this properly, but we're going to keep on going. So yeah, so it's going to be $97. And then if they purchase the upsell, then they're going to go to the thank you page that says yes, they purchased the upsell, and that's going to fire the standard event code that says purchase the upsell, and it's going to carry the value over to Facebook as well for $129. So the upsell is $129. If they don't purchase the upsell, then they're going to go to a no, did not purchase upsell thank you page. And that, I think all we need is a page view. So those are the standard events. All right. And so let's now actually put them on. Now, the first thing we have to do is we have to add the base pixel code to every single page in your funnel. All right. And so I've created sites inside of KARTRA. We're not going to go over how to do that in this video, but it's a very easy way to organize all of the pages that you have that relate to one site or one funnel. And so this funnel here is called the 3 secrets funnel because the VSL reveals 3 secrets to getting a better sound, because I teach musicians and that's one thing that I teach them. And then in that VSL, I obviously transition into an offer. Okay, and so what we need to do now is add the Facebook base pixel code to every single one of these pages. Now, I know there is an easier way to do this, but I need to research that a little bit more. So what I did is I just added the code manually to every single page, and here's how you do that. So we're going to click on Edit. We'll just do this for one page just so you can see how it works. We'll click on Edit, and then we will go to Settings for the page. And down here on the bottom, or I guess now what we need to do is click Tracking Code. And down here at the bottom, this is where you put your Facebook code, your base pixel code. So where do you get that? All right, so let's go over to Facebook. Probably should have had it open, but oh well. Let's go to Facebook Ads Manager, and what we need to do is go to the Events Manager. So we're going to click on this little grid here, and we're going to go to Events Manager. There's probably a million ways where you can find this code, but this is just the way that I usually find it. Just go to Add Events, New from Website, and install code manually. And then you just want to copy that code. So those are the steps you go through to copy your base code right there. Now what I recommend is you copy that code and drop it into a Google document. That's what I did. And so I don't have to go through these steps to get this base code. I just open up the Google document, which I can access right here, and I can easily get my code. Okay, but that is how you would get your code inside of your Facebook dashboard. And so you can see I've already copied it in here, or I'm sorry, I already pasted it in here. So once you copy it, just make sure you paste it in, and make sure you're pasting it right here in the embedded Facebook ads tracking code. Very important that you put it in this tracking code here, not in these other ones up here, but in the Facebook tracking code area. Makes sense, right? Who would have thought? So then we're going to go ahead and hit apply. And what I'm going to do is save progress. Don't know if you need to go through these steps, but I'm going to go through them anyway because I am OCD. I do not like when things break, and so I'd rather be redundant than not. So we'll go ahead and return to dashboard. So at this point, pretend that I have now added the base pixel code to every single one of these pages. And just to show you, I've actually just done this. You can see that this reflects the grid that you're looking at on screen. Okay, it's a little bit backwards, but this reflects the grid that you see on screen. And so I just crossed it off when I added the base pixel code to each one, and then I double checked it, and that's what those check marks are. Okay, lots of redundancy, making sure things aren't going to break. Okay, so now I haven't done this yet. What I'm actually going to do now is go through the diagram that I have here, and I'm going to install these specific standard events on each of the pages. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. Hopefully we don't hit roadblocks, but if we do, whatever, because this is actually going through the process. I'm just documenting it, and so let's get started. Okay, so let's go in order. That would make sense, right? So what we'll do is go back to this guy. I'm going to close out pages that we don't need. Okay. All right. Let's get started. So first things first is the opt-in page. So when you add the Facebook base pixel code to any page, it's already going to fire the page view code. And I'm going to show you that. Okay. So we're going to go to the opt right there. I'm going to go to edit. We're going to edit again. We're going to go back to the Facebook pixel code. And look, this is me being anal retentive and redundant again. I know for sure that it is going to be there, the Facebook tracking the page view, but I'm just going to make sure and show you. So right here, you can see Facebook track page view. All right, and so that is going to be always as part of the base pixel code. All right, there we go. So I didn't make any changes, so I'm just going to go to return dashboard here. We'll go to the proper site, 3 secrets. And so for fun, what we'll do is we will change the color of this just to make sure we're staying on top of what gets done. So next we need to add the standard lead event to the VSL. So let's do that. So there we go. I'm not sure what was going on there. So here you can see I have VSL. So this is the page that we need to adjust. So I'm going to edit this page, and we'll go ahead and edit. And we need to add the lead standard event code to this page, because this is going to tell Facebook, hey, someone just opted in, they are now a lead. And so we'll go to tracking code, and down here, this is where we need to add it. And so this is how we get it. Now, there's probably a million ways to get it, but what we're going to do is just Google search for the standard event codes. So we're going to go to standard event codes Facebook. And this first one right here, specifications for blah, 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 that's the one that we want because it lists all the standard events and it lists all the standard event codes right there. And so, of course, what I recommend doing is copying this link and adding it to a Google document, right? Maybe right above where you put your base pixel codes. That way you don't have to go through the Google process. You just go right to the page that you know has it. So what did I say? We're going to track the lead, right? So let's go right there and copy the standard event code just like that. We'll come back to KARTRA. We'll scroll down to find the page view track right there, and we're going to drop the standard event code of lead just below the page view, just like that. We're going to hit apply. We're going to be patient. Great. We're going to save the page, save progress, be patient. We are going to publish live. And we'll go ahead and close. Again, I don't know if I need to do these steps, but I'm going to do them anyway. Okay, great. So now what we're going to do is double check. Okay, so let's go down to the website that we need, and then we're going to go over here. We're going to edit code. This is what I do every single time. Some people might think it's redundant, inefficient, whatever. At least I know it's going to work. Saves me headaches in the future. I'm not going to do this for, I don't know if I'm going to do this for every single one. But at least you know the process now, okay? So if you want to stop watching at this point, go ahead. But I'm going to keep working here, all right? So if I scroll down, you'll see right there that we have the lead. Okay, so now I get to show you something else. This is important, so actually stay for this. So we'll go ahead and exit because I didn't change anything here. So here's the thing. What we need to do now is we need to check out the Facebook Pixel Helper. And the Facebook Pixel Helper is going to tell us whether or not a specific, well, it's just going to tell us what pixel, if the pixel is on the page, and what events it's tracking for. Okay, so that's just another way we could double check to make sure we have everything properly set up. So I'm going to get the page link. We're going to copy the link. I'm going to paste it into a new tab here, and bam, right here, this is the Facebook Pixel Helper. If you don't know how to get it, let's go to, if you don't have it, so let's go to Facebook Pixel Helper. It's a Chrome extension. I have no idea if it works on other browsers, but it does work on Chrome. And so, yeah, you saw I just Googled it. It takes me to this page. It's a Chrome extension. And if you don't have it, it would probably say add to Chrome. So you add to Chrome, okay? Non-mind-blowing. And then it'll show up around here. If it doesn't show up, I think you can just hit extensions and then you can pin the Facebook Pixel. As you can see right there, I have it pinned. So if you don't see it right away, then click on the extensions extension and then pin it, okay? So that's enough of that. So the thing is, we're going to see now what's being tracked. Okay, so right here you can see that we are tracking the lead event, and so that means that this page is communicating properly with Facebook. And so there we go. That is good news. Cool. So let's hop on over to our diagram, and let's go ahead and switch this color up. I think it was this one. Cool. And then we'll continue going for the rest of these. Again, if you don't want to stick around, then don't. Okay. But I'm going to finish the work because, again, I'm documenting the process. I'm actually doing this. And so why not? I mean, and sometimes you just need more reassurance. So seeing me do this 4 more times might give you that reassurance that, hey, you can do this too. Okay, so let's now go to the next step in the funnel, which is going to be the checkout. And so what we're going to do is add the initiate checkout code to the checkout. Who would have thought? All right. Let's go to edit and edit again. And while that's loading, I'm going to hop over here and we're going to copy this code. And I'm just going to paste it in there. You know what? And while we're still waiting for KARTRA to load, I'm not going to. I was going to copy the purchase event code, but I'm not going to because I don't want to take any steps ahead of where we need to be. So we are now going to edit the checkout, and on this page we're going to add the standard event code of initiate checkout. Okay, not tags, but if you wanted to add a tag on this page, that's where you would go. And so down here, we need to come right under the page view, just like that. Going to come back over to our little text edit document. We're going to paste the tracking code, initiate checkout. We're going to hit apply. We're going to wait till it turns green. I'm going to hit X. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to wait patiently. There we go. I'm going to publish live. All right, and maybe what we'll do here on this time is, see, I'm compromising. I don't want to compromise. I'm compromising because I'm afraid people are going to be like, oh my God, this is so redundant and inefficient. Oh my God. All right, so we've done it. Now what we're going to do is double check. So what are we double checking? We're double checking the checkout. So we're going to go to edit and double check. Edit. We're going to go over to the code. Who knows? Sometimes it doesn't load. Probably about 90% of the time it actually works, but that 10% of the time causes lots and lots of headaches that I don't like dealing with, especially when I start running traffic. Okay, so there we go. The initiate code is right there, so we can go ahead and return to dashboard because I haven't changed anything. Don't need to save it. And we'll go back to the sites, and then what we'll also do is we'll get the code. Again, I don't want to see any comments about this video being too long, because you can leave the video. You get it at this point, but I'm going to continue going on here. So what are we doing? We're now checking the Facebook Pixel. I don't even know what the heck this thing is called. Facebook Pixel Helper. That's easy enough to remember. And there we go. Initiate checkout. Perfect. And so the code works. Great. So we'll go back over here and check this off. Just like that. Fantastic. And we're halfway through. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do is the upsell. And so when we get over to these things, this could be complicated. I'll probably have to do another video showing how to set this little thing up. But for now, we're just sticking with the standard events. All right. So now what we need to do is add the purchase event to the upsell. So let's go to KARTRA. We'll close this. We will go to the purchase is going to be upsell. There we go. We got to go to the upsell page, because the upsell page is what they land on after they purchase the main product. So here we are on the nope, I'm sorry, I'm kind of spacing out. I need to get back into focus here. All right, so we're going to edit this page, and then of course we already have the base code put on there. I already did that. But now what we're going to add is the purchase standard event. So we'll go to settings, we'll go to tracking code, we'll navigate down to the Facebook code here, and we need to add the purchase code right there. So we're going to come over here to where the standard event codes are, and we're going to copy the purchase, and I'm just going to drop it into our doc here, and we'll come back over to KARTRA and we'll paste it right in there, and then we're just going to directly change these values right here. So we're going to go ahead and type in $97 because that is the value of this purchase. So we'll go ahead and hit apply, of course, then we're going to save, then we're going to publish, then we're going to double check. So then we'll go ahead and save. We'll get that nice big green check mark. We'll go ahead and publish live, and then we'll go ahead and exit dashboard, or return to dashboard. Yes, exit. And then we're going to double check, and then we're going to triple check with the Facebook Pixel Helper. I got it right that time. So we'll go to 3 secrets. We're going to the upsell. We're going to edit. We're going to edit. Just totally narrating this. I mean, this is exactly what I would be doing if no one was watching this anyway, except I wouldn't be speaking. Maybe I would, who knows? Maybe that's why I should just make this video anyway, because I'd be speaking out loud anyway. So we need to go to settings, tracking code. We'll go ahead and go down to the bottom. And is the purchase event there with the correct value? It sure is. Great. We'll go ahead and return to dashboard. Beautiful. And then we are going to check that here. As you can see, I skipped a step because I didn't load the specific site. So I'm sorry for not being perfectly robotic about it. But there we go. Purchase event. Let's oh, see, there we go. See, that's what happens when you're not being careful every single time. So I skipped this step where I select that and I went to a different upsell page. So I'm glad that happened because that was a little punishment there. So we'll go ahead and get the code for this one, the correct one. And then we'll copy this. We'll go to a new tab. Look at that. Look what happens when you're not thorough. The first time I don't do what I tell myself to do. So it screws up. So purchase 97. There it is. All right. So we triple checked it. And now we can give ourselves the satisfaction of changing the color of this square or rectangle. Perfect. Look at that. That's wonderful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the purchase event to the thank you for when someone buys an upsell. So we'll close out of this, and we will then go to thank you page. I'm going to change the name of this actually, because you can see the thank you page right here says no upsell. That is very clear. But here, I need to change this to say yes upsell. That makes it even clearer. Yes upsell. Perfect. So now we'll edit it because this is going to take us into the page builder. And then, of course, what we're going to do is add the purchase code event. So we're going to copy that off of our little document here. And then we'll go to settings, and we'll go to tracking code. We'll scroll on down here underneath page view and drop that little code in. And of course we need to change the value to 100. Whoa, what is going on there? 129.00 currency USD. We'll go ahead and apply. Be patient. And then we will save progress. Blah, blah, blah. Beautiful check mark. We'll go to publish live. Okay, and then we will return to dashboard. And then, of course, we're going to go through the motions again. And we are going to double check that. So we got to go to the yes upsell thank you page. We're going to edit. Edit. KARTRA's UI makes this double checking thing a little bit tedious. You got to caveman it. It doesn't matter if it's tedious. It needs to be done. But it's just a lot of buttons you got to push to just get to where you want to go sometimes. Anyway, look at that. Okay, the code is there and it has the correct value of 129. It is properly connecting to Facebook. So we'll go ahead and exit out, and we're going to triple check by checking the Facebook code helper. And then we will go to the thank you, yes, this one, get code. See, like, for example, I think I have to do 4 things just to open the page up on another tab. Like, that's silly. That is very silly. All right, so if we look at the page helper, look at that purchase, and we'll drop down, and $129. Beautiful. Yes, and I'm so excited because we get to change the color. It's like a reward. Look at that. Look at that. It's a nice green color. Green success. Perfect. Last thing to do is the page view. And so we already have the base pixel code installed on that page, right? And so we don't need to do anything in terms of adding code. We just have to double check that the page view event is being tracked. And of course it is, because the base pixel code includes that page view by default. So we'll go to tracking code and we'll just double check. There it is. Cool. And then we'll just triple check with the Facebook helper. So go to 3 secrets, and then we'll go to get code or link. Copy this. Bam. And check here. It should just be a page view. Boom. All right. Wow. Let's go to this. And as a final thing in this video, we are going to turn this one green. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? That means we triple checked every single one of those. We are good to go. Facebook is going to read the data from this funnel beautifully. All right. And that means that we can check to see where everybody is going through the funnel on the Facebook side. And that's going to help us optimize our campaigns on Facebook. Okay. So that's all. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I purposely went ridiculously in depth and redundant, inefficient, tedious, yes, all that, but guess what? It got done and it's gonna work. Okay, so again, leave any questions below. If you're interested in using KARTRA, I am an affiliate for KARTRA, and I'm going to drop my affiliate link in the description below. So if you want to try it out, you can get a 14-day free trial. I'm just starting to use KARTRA. This is actually the first funnel I'm going to run, but I'm really excited to use KARTRA because everything is in one place. I use Kajabi, ConvertKit, WordPress, Deadline funnels, all these different apps, and it's really nice when you have something like KARTRA where everything is in-house, and so that's why I'm trying it out. I still use the other stuff, and I will still continue to use it for the time being, but I want to see how KARTRA works, and I think it's going to work really well. Just based on my first impressions and just being able to set everything up and doing a couple test runs. It's been working really well, and that's why I recommend that you try it out. All right, give it a 14-day trial. Watch my videos if you need some help, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching this one. Peace. All right.